Greetings, dear ones. I am the scientist of the heart. I join you with such pride this day, for you have reached a milestone in your history. You may not see it for a few years, because that's typically how humans work. Most of you have traveled back 300 years from the future to be here at this moment. There were a very specific series of events that all of you decided you needed to be here for. And this is one of those magical moments. You now have many opportunities to hold this new light, to reflect it and to ground it. A new spin. This is a time when you can change your world, but you are not the only one experiencing this portal. The Earth herself is also experiencing it, and many things are starting to take place with her as well. Keep this in mind, dear ones. It was not too long ago that we told you there was a critical point coming up on planet Earth, when the planet reached 8 billion people. The planet herself had to decide what to do. Could she still supply 8 billion people with everything they need and provide them a place of safety? Could she carry that load? Well, Earth had several choices that she needed to make. The portal opening actually creates another opportunity for her as well. So, you're not the only ones that are experiencing this now. In 2007, we began speaking about some things taking place on Earth that are continuing today. We talked about the Earth being out of balance, and explained that one of the ways the natural balance would be restored to the planet was through the redistribution of water. Redistribution of water. It's very simple, dear ones. If you have a wobble over here and then bring in more water, you can balance it out. You've seen the results of this many times, moving water from one place to another either through massive floods or droughts. Of course, there are three elements that you have to deal with related to water and the human experience: too much water, too little water, or water that is too dirty. Yes, fresh water is going to be a huge concern going forward. We've talked about water wars that will take place, and these are already beginning in some areas. The core of your Earth, the very heart of your planet, is largely made up of nickel. It's a very dense and solid material, which is interesting because it's also about the temperature of the surface of the sun. Of course, that solid ball floats in a pool of magma. The first wobble on planet Earth was caused specifically by this inner core changing its turn in relationship to the outer layer. So, you've got the mantle or crust of planet Earth that's turning 24 hours a day, shifting around and completing a full circle. Then you've got the core, which was actually moving faster than the outside. And that caused an imbalance, or energetic wobble, in different areas. Although the wobble wasn't serious, it certainly was something that caused a reaction. This is why you have all this redistribution of water that is rebalancing things, and it will continue for some time. In 2009, the inner ball seemed to stop moving. Yes, there are a lot of arguments and frustrations among scientists trying to quantify exactly what has happened and whether the measurements are correct. After all, this is what the scientific community does best: it questions things. So there have been many discussions about whether or not this was actually happening. We tell you, dear ones, the Earth was continuing to move and the ball in the center was moving very, very slowly. And that movement created a magnetism, although not the same type of magnetism you see on the surface of your planet. What you think of as the magnetic north is basically a massive deposit of magnetic stones fairly close to the surface. Those deposits are able to move and they are part of another field of magma, which also shifts that field around quite a bit. What you have here is very basic magnetic energy. So, now keep that concept in mind with regard to humans. We talk about the brain being electrical and the heart being magnetic. Well, this is the heart of planet Earth and it definitely sends out an energy. Although you can't always measure those areas with your measuring devices, it does create an energy field on your planet. The last time this energy shifted was back in 2007. Then in 2009, Earth started experiencing massive redistributions of water. Although people also felt that same energy, it had much more of an effect on the planet itself. What's happening now is a little different. The portal has opened and that inner core is starting to move ever so slightly in the opposite direction. This is creating a new magnetic field, a new heart energy of planet Earth. It's actually very exciting for us to watch, yet we know it's very confusing for humans. Earth Portal. How can you use this portal? How can you keep it open? Well, you're not alone in this. Earth is going through it as well. But it isn't only the planet, it's also our inhabitants, all the animals and plants. Everything on planet Earth has use of this portal. You are multidimensional in nature, dear ones, and this portal is opening the multi-dimensional walls between your own existences. And this allows you to improve yourself, which is why we've offered special courses while the portal is open. These courses are human lessons for the spirit, starting with the bodysuit. With the portal open, you now have the opportunity to gain things from your other dimensional realities, which are normally closed. You have a complete blind spot when it comes to your other realities and how they work. Now with the portal open, you have opportunities to regain some of these pieces and bring yourself to the next level. That not only improves your life, but it also raises all of humanity by little increments at a time. Some systems on your planet will have difficulty with this rise in vibration. The systems that were built on lower vibrational principles, or built for lower vibrational people, will either need to adjust or they will fail. So, as things change, these systems are going to experience difficulties. You're seeing that happening now with the banking industry. In different areas you'll see vulnerabilities showing up that you didn't even know about. Will this be a complete financial collapse? No, we don't think so. We think you may have caught it early enough to be able to stop it before it spreads. All of this has to do with the human attributes and energies. It's related to what humans are thinking about, and more importantly, to what they're afraid of. We're also working with your bodysuits to help encourage you to reach this next level, and to start improving any area of life that you can. What can you do? When you hold the energy and try to improve your life, you not only change your life, but you also plant important seeds. Yes, so much is happening right now. And there are other systems that may experience difficulties because they were built in the lower vibrations, such as relationships. Some relationships will naturally seem to go apart, while others that have been apart may seem to come together again. As you raise the collective vibration of humanity, you also make it easier for Earth to ground her new energy. Then she can find what she needs to make all of these things come together and provide a safe space for humanity working together. It's an incredible time to be on planet Earth, dear ones. With this wonderful connection, everyone can find more perfection in themselves. However, we also tell you there is likely some fear that will emerge from this. Rapid vibrational change often causes fear, but that can be overcome with love. If some fall into fear, as conscious creators, you can create more of what you're holding between your head and your heart while the portal is open. And so we ask you, how much love can you hold? How much love can you experience in every aspect of your daily life? That's what will hold the portal open. Counteracting the fear with love changes everything, and you can begin the new game. Thank you for taking your power. It's very easy to give away your power on planet Earth, because it's one of the most comfortable things a human can do. You say, "Oh, I don't have to worry about this because someone else is taking care of it." Well, in reality, you're the only ones who can do that. The word espavo acknowledges that with its meaning, thank you for taking and holding your own power. That's when the magic happens, not just for you but for all of planet Earth. The time is here, dear ones. You've done an excellent job of preparing for what is coming. You've all known it on some level, you remember it from home. Many of you have contracts about bringing in some of these things, and that's underway now. You made it, welcome home. Now with this, we're going to ask you to connect to your other dimensional selves. You already have a base with the triad that we asked you to build. Actually, whether it's 3 or 4 people doesn't make any difference. Build a triad of people that you trust who will help you mark your evolution. The bodysuit itself always measures its growth against societal norms. Change is at hand, dear ones, and humans don't always do change well. But this is different because you've always been perfect beings. Yes, you are a perfect spirit. But because humanity cannot support perfection on planet Earth, you hit it in 11 dimensions. Now you can start reclaiming some of that perfection. However, it means that you'll have to change some of your belief systems and be open to new ideas. You'll have to be willing to take those steps and try new things. The time is here and more is possible than ever before. And we're very excited about it, dear ones. Your connection is here. You have created it purposely, well done. Espavo, I am the scientist of the heart.